there, Enid. You're looking mighty fine and beautiful out there today, and we just are thanking you for stopping by. And yeah,
Greetings,
well,
everybody. Yes.
my name is Larissa, as always, and with me today,
Jerald Gilbert.
Yes, yeah. I couldn't get it out. I don't know what's. Not enough water. Speaking of water,
yes.
We are always talking about hydrating.
Very hot
so,
outside.
So, I mean, we're just going to go ahead and take a minute.
Nice job hydrating.
Yes, thank you. I was going to say the same to you, too. But, I mean, that just felt so good.
Very refreshing.
Very refreshing. Well, you should definitely grab yourself something to drink, like right now, and challenge you for every time that we take a drink, you take a drink. So that way you're getting hydrated as well. Well, over the weekend, I was able to do some spring cleaning inside my house and outside, and it was very productive. But not only that, we did spring clean here at the office, and so that was...
Yes,
that was
looks a little
amazing.
different in here.
It is. That is all props to Dane Tate, one of our video producers, and he just went to town and just, I mean, it looks great.
Yes.
Yeah, for sure.
Looks
What did you do over
fantastic.
the weekend?
You know, I did a little bit of painting on Saturday on a house that I have, and gosh, it was really, really hot. So probably I'm still thirsty from that. It's just, and if you're working outside, definitely be drinking water, because it's going to hit around 100 plus today. And I don't know if we're going to get any relief for a while.
So is there a cold front that came through?
I think there was one that came through a little bit last week, but I think there's another one that's going to cool us maybe a little bit, but it's still going to be hot.
Well, you know, I don't think that we're quite meteorologists, though. So, I mean,
You're
are
right.
you?
No, I'm not really qualified to forecast the weather.
Well,
I just go outside and look and see, oh, is it hot? Yes, it's hot.
Well, I mean, I'm not a meteorologist either, but let me tell you, Mike Honisberg works really hard behind the scenes for the
Yes.
Garfield County Emergency Management app. And so you can go on there. You can also go to their website, and you can get all that information. And we'll talk about that
Absolutely.
at the end of the show. Well, that is really all I did all the weekend. And so just stay.
You're spring cleaning in the summertime. Nice.
Well, I just moved.
Oh, okay.
So-
well, good. You need to downsize then, or downsize when you get there. 'cause
Yeah,
it's
I'm getting rid of a
got
whole
too
bunch of
much
stuff.
stuff.
Yeah.
I have that problem. And we all have that problem. In fact, I theorize that everybody becomes a little bit of a hoarder as they get older because they just acquire stuff.
Well, yeah, it's that what if I need this? It's the junk drawer. It's the, these are some extra screws. I might need that for
Until
later.
it becomes so overwhelming, I
So-
can't even get through my house except for the little aisles. You know,
Oh, I doubt that. I highly doubt that. Well, that was a great recap of our weekend, but we have some things to talk about.
You know what, people, I'm sure they love us, but they probably don't care about our weekend. They probably care about
probably-
what we're doing to make their lives better.
That's probably true, so we're just going to go ahead and talk about that. But
Yeah.
before I do, I'm really thirsty.
Yeah, me too.
Way to stay hydrated. That is so
Yes.
nice. I feel like we should just have sprinklers or something. That's so nice. Well, you know, there's a lot of things going on in the city, and as always, the library has a ton of things going on. And so one of the things that I think is really cool that they have going on is that they have it's the lunch bunch for 18 and younger. So it's an everyday, it's Monday through Friday. And that's from 12 to 1 at the library. The end date of that is August 19th. And so if you want to ensure that your children have a meal, that's the best place to go. And so that is pretty cool. It is completely free, and it is sponsored through the library as well as Loaves and Fishes and the Regional Food Bank. So if you want more information on that, go to their website or our website, enid.org, or it's enid.okpls.org. And so...
You know, Larissa, it's been said there's no free lunch in life.
Uh-huh.
But there is the library,
That
just
is-
for a short time.
It is. It
For
is
kids
totally free.
18 and under.
Yes, it is totally free.
So
Yep.
come on down
So-
and enjoy a free lunch and read a book.
Yeah, they have a lot of other events you can get involved in while you're there.
Yes.
Or you can find out future events to
And
go
it is
to.
air conditioned. It's nice.
Yes, that is very true. Well, there's something else happening that's coming up, I believe, the 28th of July. And it's the Leona Mitchell Boulevard groundbreaking.
Yeah, I want to take a moment to invite everybody on July 28th, 9 o'clock, groundbreaking ceremony. Really, it's a community celebration of our Leona Mitchell Waterline Project, which provides a new distribution water line over there and also replaces many of the distribution lines in the Southern Heights neighborhood. I believe Morali this morning said we're touching something like 200 water meters. So it's a significant project. It's needed to be done for a long time. It's been decades since anything has been done, and it's fantastic. It will foster future residential improvements and commercial development as well. So you can see a lot of the folks at the bottom of that graphic that have been involved. The city did go out and get a loan through the Oklahoma Water Resources Board and Department of Environmental Quality. It's about a $1.8 million improvement, and work has actually started, but there's about a year left, and July 28th we're going to celebrate. And so we're going to meet at Grayson Baptist Church, and you're going to hear from the mayor and Commissioner Norwood, the Ward 2 commissioner, and maybe some other special guests. And then we're just going to celebrate this great achievement, getting this project started, and we're going to go across the street and take some photos in front of that sign and all that water pipe that's sitting there. And then in about a year, we're going to have a brand new distribution system over there. So it's fantastic. It's a celebration. We're going to start doing that some more here at the city, celebrating our successes, your successes, as we make improvements in the city for you and for our infrastructure. So you're right. It is exciting. July 28th, it's about a little over 2 weeks away.
Well, you know, you can also, if you want to be part of that, you can also see what positions the city of Enid has. But we'll talk about that a little bit later, too. So we don't want to get the horse, what's that, the saying?
Don't want to get the cart before the horse.
That's exactly what I was looking for, yep. Well, and so what we are wanting to do, I know we've talked about this before, but we just want to kind of make it lighthearted and like serious and the same thing. And so I have never experienced a heat exhaustion or a heat stroke or anything like that, so I can't tell you from firsthand experience. But in a conversation with you, you either said that you had or you knew someone that had.
Well, certainly I've known people that have been affected. We've probably all been affected to some degree by the heat, but there's differing degrees. Heat exhaustion, you can see what the symptoms are on there and what you need to do. Obviously, drinking water to stay hydrated is very, very important. So we should probably stop and take another drink.
Mm-hmm. Way to go.
But I will tell you that I haven't experienced heat stroke. That's a medical emergency. So if you look on there, if somebody is having heat stroke, that again, they have to immediately get cooled down. So as you can see, you need to act very fast, call 911, and they obviously need to get cooled down quickly. So that's, again, the best prevention for that is don't let people get to that. So especially if you're working outside in the heat and humidity, take frequent water breaks and take frequent rest breaks. And certainly depending on what kind of work you do, I'm sure there's suggestions in that line of work about how much work you should do to how much break time, but I know that you're supposed to be drinking lots of water. So, and probably big bottles. These are little water bottles, and we haven't done anything too strenuous. And we're in the office; it's air conditioned, but it's still warm. And when you walk outside, it's supposed to be over 100 today, and it certainly feels like that. So, heat stroke, a medical emergency, but before you get there, just drink water. And if you're experiencing those symptoms of heat exhaustion, that tells you right then you need to stop what you're doing and probably shut down for a long time and drink some water so that you don't end up in the heat stroke. Heat stroke, again, is a medical emergency. You can die from that, so none of us want to do that.
Well,
it's not today.
Dehydration is serious too.
Yes.
So I think those go hand in hand, but like I said, I'm not a medical professional, so I don't want to.
But you play one on the internet show. I'm just kidding. It's a joke. See, I'm
right over my head.
I'm playing a weatherman, and you're playing a medical professional. So
well,
we're just putting out information for you folks. Take it and
some of the places. So yesterday it was really hot, yes. And I went from my car into Walmart, and I just felt exhausted. And I mean, obviously I had to park a little ways, but I felt like I needed to jump in a pool, and that wasn't that, I I don't know, it's crazy. But some of the places that you will, like, there's a lot of places you can get sun exposure from, which is your job site, which is, you can actually get heat exposure or sun exposure from being indoors and things like that, because the windows are open, and that can take some of the air conditioning or the cooling if your windows are not closed, like covered. So you definitely get those windows covered, especially with this extreme heat. And don't open the windows by any means, because that's not going to make it any better. But you do get that in vehicles as well. And then, of course, obviously outdoors. And if you run, you know, it might be a really good idea for you to consider doing like a gym membership. You know, that way you're not exposing yourself to that.
Running and walking are good, but I'd recommend do it earlier or late in the day.
Well, there's that.
I notice there's people that, and they're probably pretty fit people, that run during the day, and just need to be cautious when you do that, because your body temperature gets up a lot higher, and that's what ultimately, if you don't keep it cool, what leads to that worst condition of heat stroke. That's a medical emergency.
They go hand in hand. Yep. Well, as I said, and as he has reiterated, drink lots of water. I mean, water is so good for you, and drink it. I'm just so proud of you for drinking water.
We'll need a new bottle by the end of the show.
I mean, we will, but that's okay, because we have tons more. Well, that is fun. And so we do have a lot of road construction going on and things like that. And I do know that there's a planned water outage that is happening today, and that will be restored by the end of the day. And so that is over on East Randolph and North 10th Street. And that is for the installation of a new water line. And then, as I said, the services will be restored. But that lane closure is expected to last 1 week. So there's that. And so if you're in that area and you are experiencing some sort of service outage, then that is why. And so no need to fear. Everything will be fine. And so, but then today, starting today as well, there's a road closure over on North Washington Street. And that is between the West Randolph Avenue and the West Broadway Avenue. But it's from Randolph to that alley behind those businesses. And so that is for O&G to drill, and so that's going to last about 3 weeks. So be aware of that. And then we also want to highly emphasize, reiterate, whatever way you want to say that, watch out for construction workers. Stay off of your phone. If you're in the area and you see those cones or those trucks or the workers in the road, that is a big indication that there's something being worked on right there. And so we do not want to have those incidences or accidents happen. We know that they do happen, but they are preventable in most cases. And so just know that those workers out there, they have a family that they want to get home to, and we want them to get home to as well. And so that's all I have for that.
Well said.
So now we're going to move on into our employment opportunities.
Oh, great. We always need more good people working for the city.
We do. And what you were talking about is Leona Mitchell.
Yes.
And wanted to say that if you wanted to get involved, I mean, you know, if you want to be a part of what's really going on and what we're really doing for the city and the real live action and stuff, check out what full-time positions or seasonal or even part-time that we have going on. We're always needing some kind of position filled, or, you know, they vary. And so I know that whenever the pool was starting to open, then we needed lifeguards, and obviously we filled all those positions, but maybe lifeguarding isn't for you. I mean, I would love to be a lifeguard. I love to swim. Like, the pool is where if I would be at every day if I could, but you can't do that. So,
well, you can see lots of job opportunities there, and we've recently improved our pay scale for every position. So if you were interested before and you didn't think, you know, if something about the pay turned you off, you should take a look again, because as of July 4th, our pay scales for all of our employee groups has gone up, and gone up significantly. So we need help, and you can just, these are just about 8 positions or so, but we're constantly needing positions. The city has fantastic benefits, and the pay is much improved, And beyond that, because I know certainly we all need to have money to survive, but more than that, the most important thing I think that you get from the City of Enid, and probably any employer, is satisfaction and a job well done. In particular, taking pride in the job you do, in our case, for the city, making things better for the citizens, whether it's filling a pothole, issuing a building permit, cutting grass in the park. It all makes our lives better. And it comes to you from people who, for the most part, live here in this community and certainly work in the community. So if you're interested or have ever been interested, take a look again. We always need help.
And so if you see a position that you're interested in, then you can go onto our website. It'll tell you the description of the position. It'll tell you the department. It will tell you the pay for that position and stuff like that. And so all that information is available on our website at enid.org. And so that definitely, if you know somebody who is looking, then that's another great thing, pass that information on. So
absolutely.
Then we're going to move into our meetings that are coming up.
Okay, great.
So we have the MAPC meeting that's coming up on the 18th, and that is at the council chambers, as well as we have the city commission meeting on that Tuesday, July 19th. And so that's also in the commission or the council chambers.
Yes.
What is wrong with me today?
Nothing.
I can't talk. And so there's a lot of things to be able to get intel, like information on, and so you can get the agenda on our website, which is for the MAPC, you should be able to get that on that Friday.
And there are probably some other meetings. Well, I know there's some other meetings coming up. You can always look at the calendar on the website. It should be the most current, updated place to look for where meetings are. I know there's a park board meeting tomorrow at 1:30 at City Hall, and I believe that's in the basement, the lower level conference room at 1:30. There's also a Public Art Committee of Enid meeting on Wednesday at noon in the lower level conference room. So if those meetings are of any interest to you, feel free to show up. I know at the Parks Board, among other things, we're going to be talking about improving our maintenance on our ball fields and looking towards the future with making some capital improvements there over the coming years as we try to improve our baseball, softball, and football fields. And I know in the Public Arts meeting, they're going to be talking about downtown art, and they're going to be talking about some new possibilities for some new art along the trail. And so those are another way for you to get involved besides becoming an employee. You can serve on one of our boards, or you can just participate as a public member. You can come and have public comment or talk to those board members and or talk to city staff and give us advice. We like to take constructive criticism. We prefer constructive because otherwise it isn't very constructive. So anyway, more stuff coming. I'm sure there's more meetings that I'm not even thinking of. You can look up on that calendar page on the website and stay informed on what's going on. You can also look on the CClickFix.org website and see everything that's going on with events about what to do in town. Because heck, I know what I like to do, and a lot of what I like to do is enjoy time off, but there's always something going on in town. So take a look at that calendar on the CClickFix.org webpage.
Yeah, Visit Enid, they have all the scoop of what's going on in town and events and concerts and everything like that for the Stride Bank Center. So, but it's not just the Stride Bank Center they have information on. They have it all over town information.
Hey, speaking of Stride Bank Center, I was just going to throw out another comment. We have the new general manager is on the ground full time now. His name is Jeff Bemis, and I've met him. I'm going to be visiting with him some more. I know he's meeting with people from the community, and so if you have any events coming up, reach out to him or his staff and get a chance to meet him. Jeff Bemis, our new general manager. Remember, Kevin Brisky left us late in the fall last year, and Kevin will actually be back helping to train Mr. Bemis. So I look forward to seeing Kevin tomorrow and maybe the rest of the week. So
new faces is always a good thing.
Yes. Fresh talent.
Well, as we were talking earlier, the Garfield County Emergency Management app is specifically what's going on for the Garfield County area, and it's for the weather. And so it's for the heat, it's for cold fronts, it's for storms, it's for wind advisories, it's all kinds of information.
And Mike is a professional. He's a professional emergency manager.
He is.
And he's pretty darn good at the weather. I think he's got the weather connection from the Norman site for our area. And so it's very, very knowledgeable, anything going on.
Yep. He said that if you have a weather radio, you need to be on channel 4 so that you can get that. You know, I'm not very familiar with the weather radio. I know that it can tell you storms and stuff, but I'm not sure if it tells you.
You probably do what I do, Larissa. We just walk outside and look around. We see if it looks like it's going to rain. We see if it's going to be hot. Do watch TV from time to time or look on the website for forecasts. But the most accurate forecast for Enid will be off of this app through Mike's emergency management app.
You can go to the website as well, and so you can download the app, and Mike told me the most accurate information is on the app. So you can get onto the website, but that information is not going to be nearly as reflective of current situations or whatever. So you can download the app. They also do have a Facebook page at EGCEM, and so, but I will let you know that if you would like to download this app and you need assistance in doing so, then feel free to call the office. My name is Larissa. I will be answering the phone. My number is 616-7258, and keep that number handy. That way, if you have any questions or whatnot, then we can get that handled for you and you're not stuck and things like that regarding either CClickFix or this app and things like that. And so,
great.
Yeah. And so then, as always, we always have CClickFix, because CClickFix is an amazing tool. And so we won't go into it like we normally do, but because I'm sure you're very familiar. But just as the same as I said with the emergency management app, feel free to call into the office. We appreciate when you call in, because you're giving us feedback and letting us know. And then when you call in and you ask for help and we're able to walk you through some stuff, then we also will give you a shout out. And so I think that's pretty cool, because we do appreciate you. And so you give us information on how to help you and things like that. Anyway.
Yeah.
Well,
is there anything else? Oh, you got a little bit about.
I mean,
all of our
we're always
stuff.
Connected everywhere.
Yes.
So, I mean, we have, not only do you have our phone number, we also have, we're also on Roku and Fire TV. We're also on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Where are we not?
We're everywhere.
I mean, we are really everywhere. We're at admin. We're in this communications office. I mean, we are literally everywhere, and that is for your benefit. Your benefit. As we said, thank you so much for stopping by and taking a minute to visit, and we just appreciate all of our viewers. And until next time, stay hydrated, Enid.